Welcome to the channel. I'm making this video hoping that it's going to help some of you guys if you are new to robotics, to VEX robotics. These are some tools that I use and I wish I knew about it before when I first started doing robotics. So the first thing that came to mind is also what came into your kit. And this is the wrench that came with it. And there should be multiple. All right, so you can see the difference here is that I took two of them and I taped them together so it looked like that. So it's thicker so that way I can hold on to the nut better than this. Of course, you do need the thin one here for gaps and stuff like that when you get your drivetrain build, or when your robot is built, you need to be able to get in there with the thinner one versus the thicker one. But the thicker ones will help. All right. So that the next thing we're gonna talk about is this right here, the screwdriver that come with your kit, right? So the good thing about this is it's able to go through the hole of your metals, right? So when you are order the replacement or something like that, you must make sure that it's able to get inside the holes of your metals, right? All right, so with that, let's jump to my screen real quick. On my screen here, this right here is a 12-inch screwdriver, and for Vex Robotics, we're using a T15, right? So 12-inch, what is look like this if you look at my screen, about that long there, right? So your robot is 18 by 18, and there are sometimes when you build your robot, you need to get your hands in there, and you're unable to because your hand is bigger than the gap of the robot. So this will be helpful to be able to get in there to spaces that you need to. So very helpful. Um, so that's why I'm using that. And then the next thing I do is I also use one of the drill, a cordless drill here, the small one that I use here. The cool things about this right here is that I can take this and this right here without any adapter. I can take that and I can. This is a hex. This is. I'm sorry about this. The camera's there. The light was shining onto it. The hex stand, right? So you can actually use this to screw, um, to tie the hex stand in. So you want to do that, all right? Let me cover the light. That's the hex stand. It's perfectly fit. That's cool. I just found out about 3 years ago that it's good to do that. And I've been using this for 5 years now. All right. And then of course you need the extension here for this, right? So you need to order this right here, which is the screwdriver bit. Again, this is a T15. When you order this, again, make sure that you are able to go through your metal with this, all right? So this one able to go through the metal, perfect, right? They also came up with, they also have different dimensions. So talking about lengthwise here, um, I have another one that is shorter, and this one, however, is unable to go through the hole here. So make sure that you know which one you order. Um, and of course, they do have a smaller one as well in case you want to use that, right? So that way, make sure that you know what you order. That's a 250 T15. All right. All right. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about this right here. This guy is very helpful for us, for me, inside my classroom. I do have one of that as well, and I don't know. It's right here. Okay. So that guy is very helpful. I can turn this into, I can magnetize this. Let me grab some of my um, screw and nuts here so you can see. So this is going to help very much, so that I can pick up my screw if I need to. Now, if I don't want that function anymore, I can go ahead and I don't want it, so I just go through the top part. It's no longer attached to my metal anymore. Okay. So I cannot pick up the screw anymore, but if I want to, I can go back to there, do that, and I'm able to pick up my screw now. So this is very helpful. Um, you should get one of them. Um, all right, it's again, it's $10, but it's worth it, guys. So make sure you get one of those at least for your classroom or for your team. All right. Um, let's see. What's the next thing we're going to talk about? Um, let's talk about this, the driver. All right. The driver here is the 1132. This is exactly what I use for my classroom when I teach the kids here. So my students are using this in the classroom. Now I don't have that at home, but I do have this when I work at home. Uh, all right. So this will be helpful for you guys as well. All right. I'm talking about this right here. I use the exact same things here. I ordered this one for the classroom. I use this to cut the plastic. All right. It can cut a little metal as well, but I don't use that for metal. I just use this right here for my plastic, so the kid can cut the plastic. All right. Um, then we go on to this right here. I use both left and right angle. This will help cut the metal, the aluminum, of course. We don't cut steels anymore. Um, and then, of course, the bolt cutter. You need this bolt cutter. Um, this is a 24 and exactly what I use in my classroom. This can cut the the shaft. Of course, both shaft, not just the low string, but also the high string. So I cut the high string as well using this exact same bowl cutter. All right, I just happen to cut it and then rotate and cut it. So two cut and it's gone. All right, so that can be used. And also here's the drill bit. We're using the 11/64-inch drill bit, or you can see that is a 4.38 millimeter. All right, I use that to drill holes on the plastic or anywhere on the metals when you need the hole there. Um, okay, so this is, and I order a whole bunch of them. So order a set of like 10, 15, whatever. You need it later. All right. And then I come down to this right here. You're gonna need one of these because you're gonna need them to drill a hole for your high strain. When it's come to your high strain, you need to make sure that you get one uh, that's big enough to drill a hole for this. So then you can have a hole about that size. And we are using this right here. So I use that and I just calibrate that to this hole of the, um, I just use it and calibrate to the hole of my bearing. All right, so that will be helpful. And lastly, this right here, make sure that you guys get one of these adapter. Okay, so the reason for that is your brain is very important, costs a lot of money, right? So at the bottom of your brain here, they already have the adapter that you can use, the cable that came with it, and then you plug them in. But then you plug them in and you unplug many times, that pin gonna be damaged. So what I do is I order one of these. Okay. So let me show you what it's gonna be. First, this is where the battery cable gonna go. You're gonna take this and you're gonna plug them in here. Notice how it's go to the left side, right? Okay. So they don't call this a left side, but if I'm looking at this in the front, this is the right angle. So make sure that you order one that plug in that is going this way to the right. Okay. So make sure that is what you order. And that would be the one that they said the right angle. So make sure you got the right angle. Um, so another way of looking at this is if I am looking at it, so if you are looking at it, make sure that um, the flat side or the curved side is facing upward. Okay, so it's look like this right here. Okay, right. So make sure it looks similar to the picture that on the screen here when you plugged it into yours to your brain of the robot. Okay. All right. So that is all that I use to build. Hopefully that helped you guys. Enjoy.